Good afternoon, craft beer fans. How's it going? It's Rob here at BeerTengoku, and as you can see today, we've got 3 white cans on the table. Actually, these 3 cans are from Vertere. I think I said that right. It's weird because in Katakana it's Potala and in English it's Vertere. Anyway, Vertere is a small microbrewery located in Okutama, which is perhaps the most western part of Tokyo you can get. The brewery opened up in March 2016, and they also have a very small cafe called Beer Cafe Vertere. Kind of didn't stray too far away from the name there, which as of recording this video we're yet to get to, maybe because it's on Okutama, which is not the easiest place to get to, and also they have some very weird hours as well. The 2 founders at Vertere, Hikari Suzuki and brewer Tsukino Kokage, sorry if I got that wrong, they actually met together at high school, and then they travelled around the States trying to find kind of beers and styles they wanted to make. And today, for the fans among you, notice only 3 beers. I held back. We have their collaboration beer, Stay at Home, they did with Ole, okay. We've got their Fuchsia Sour, and finally, one of my favourites, we've had this before on BeerTengoku, the Sumire, which is a stout. The cans all do look pretty identical, which does kind of suck a bit, considering, you know, beer designs on cans can really pop out, but kind of we shall see how the beers taste. Hopefully they are going to be better than the cans look. So without much further ado, let's start off with their Session IPA. Okay, so first up we have the Vertere Stay Home Session IPA. It's a 4.9% IPA, though the can does say 5, and it's a collaboration brew with Ole Brewing. The Vertere website doesn't actually have much information besides that it's actually based on the Oslo Brewing Mellow IPA recipe. And when I got this set, I've got a nice little glass here. You can't really see very well because of the logo. It just says Stay Home with the branding from the Oslo Brewing and Vertere on the front. It's a tiny glass. I mean, this is a half-litre can, and this is probably, I'd say, 200 millilitres, I guess. We shall see how it holds up. It probably won't take a third of the can, I reckon, but straight away it's a very straw-like colour with a very clean white head on top. As you can see there. There you go, the logo stands out a bit better now. Probably absolutely horrendous for aroma. Oh, that's not so bad. I mean, it's a bit lemony, grapefruity. There's a slightly floral-like aroma going on. Get some of the beer out of the way. Yeah, it's kind of like, I want to say chamomile. It's definitely got a herbal floral note to it besides the hop aromas. It is obviously punchy. It's a session IPA. There's a interesting like herbal part that's really stuck in my nose. Once you've kind of really picked up on it, it sticks there. It's bitter. It's got an IPA kick. Lemony, grapefruity. But again, kind of like a lactosey chamomile flavour to it. With a slight, I want to say nutmeg. It is, it's a distinctive flavour. Even though it is bitter from the hops, it's that chamomile. It's not as bad as, say, you know, the Ushitura 9 chai, where it tasted like you were sucking on a big bag of potpourri. But it is there. There is that floral chamomile aspect to it that is very peculiar in a beer. I want it to go away. I really do want it to go away. Maybe if I have some more. Not a good idea. After getting the taste of chamomile out my mouth after drinking that Stay at Home Session IPA, we have this, the Fisker Sour Blonde Ale. It's a 6%, and it's brewed using Calista and Sars hops, and then has lactobacillus added to it during the secondary fermentation. I've gone for the stay-at-home session glass again. It's a nice little size. I got 3 servings of beer, I guess, if that really counts. And this one, straight away out the box, is very hazy. It's a very light straw colour. I'm not going to put as much beer in there as last time. Doesn't look very clear, does it? You can see there is a very hazy kind of colour. I don't think that's yeast. It smells sour. It smells sour straight away. Fruity, florally, but quite light on the sour notes. It's not pungent sour, but tastes sour. Slightly phenolic-y. Definitely all about the sourness in this beer. There's a bit of, it's a very herbal flavour to it that just lies in there. It's incredibly dry as well. Starts off sour, finishes sour, it's dry. I mean, it would be good on a summer's day. It would be good if you have some Pepto-Bismol, you know, to stop the old heartburn, because as it goes down, I can feel it burning in my insides out. It's not a beer that immediately opens itself up. You know, I'm going to keep reiterating it. It's sour, but it is different. There is that herbal essence to it. It's very yeasty with the phenolics. Doesn't really, the florally hops I was expecting doesn't really strike through that one. It's all basically about the lactobacillus, the sourness in that one. It really is. Here we have the Vertere Sumire. It is an 8.5% stout, though I suspect it's more of an Imperial stout. And this one is brewed with lactose and also contains maple syrup as well. Kind of more pastry stout kind of level. And some of the astute viewers among you maybe have seen, well, why has he got a different glass? I think stouts, as people know, one of my favourite styles of beer, deserve a special kind of glass. And the previous glass I was using didn't really warrant to have a half litre of Imperial stout in there. And before I said anything else about the colour, the can just kind of did explode on me. I don't know if you saw that. But it pours out a very gloopy, pitch black colour with a... I'm actually surprised by the head. It's a very fluffy, off-white tan head on top. And you can see it's got the 2 layers of bubbles on top. You've got that bottom layer just there and the top layer just there. I do apologise, I have spilt stout myself, and you can see the can kind of did explode a bit. Waste not, want not. I don't think I've much aroma. Hold on a minute. It smells not of maple syrup, to be honest. I was expecting a big burnt caramel aroma. You know, when you have maple syrup on your hot cakes or pancakes or whatever kind of cakes you put it on, it has that very distinctive burnt, sweet caramelness to it. It doesn't have that. It does have a very creamy, oaty aroma to it. Slightly woodiness to it, I guess. Slight chocolate faintness going on there. This has warmed up. I did take it out of the fridge way in advance of doing this part of the video, because let's be honest, if you're going to drink a stout, it needs to be warmed up. But it's not as bold or brash as I thought it was going to be. There is definitely a sweetness to it that isn't just maple syrup. There is definitely a sweetness to it, but it's not acrid. It's not that roasted either. It's very light in terms of black malts. Drinking it, that is full-bodied. In all honesty, for 8.5%, that tastes, not the alcohol, but that tastes like it should be much, much higher. Because that level of body in there is thick with 5, 10, 15 C's on the end. And that would support like an alcohol, maybe 12, easily 12, 13% going on there. It is a little bit sweet in the after taste. I can imagine perhaps sharing that with a couple of people. It's just, you feel it sticky on the tongues. It is smooth as well. It's something that I could imagine drinking at Christmas. You know, you've just had your dinner, you've got a little bit of space in there. You don't really want the Christmas pudding. Let's be honest, nobody really wants Christmas pudding and nobody wants Christmas cake at all. But that would be a very good dessert beer to finish off the evening with. It's just a shame that it doesn't come in smaller sizes, really. So it's time for a roundup of these 3 beers from Vertere. And I know you're probably thinking, Rob's gonna just pick the stout, let's just skip to the end and, you know, have done with it. But just chill, just hold on. I'm not gonna pick the stout as my first beer. You weren't expecting that, were you? Any of you? And there's a good reason why. Good reason why. You know, Vertere, when they first started coming out with their beers, they produced a lot of hazes, a lot of IPAs that are up and down, very rough around the edges. And it's good to see that they've moved away from just brewing those kind of beers. They're trying to branch out, get different drinkers, and I commend that to them. And with these 3 beers, I have to kind of put them into some kind of order from third to first. And it's got to be on, for this one, it's got to be on complexity. And that's kind of a weird one to say, because when you think about complexity, sometimes too much is not a good thing. But with these beers, they all had that level there that you could drink it, and when it was chilled compared to when it was warmed up, there were differences in flavour. And for me, the third place kind of sucks to say this, but it's gonna have to be the Sumire. It's not a bad beer, it's drinkable, it's nice. It's the kind of beer I like. But it doesn't really shift past those flavours. It doesn't shift past that woody, slightly sweet flavour. Doesn't get any further than that. Which, if I was to have that, as I said, you know, as a dessert for Christmas Day, I'd be happy with. But after the other 2, it just lacked something. And even though I did say this tasted like potpourri in my gob after a while and the chamomile lingered, it was different. It was a session IPA. It had that bitterness, it had the lemon, it had some more oomph to it than Sumire. Admittedly, dial back on the chamomile and you'll be fine. But this is going to sound really weird for people who, you know, watch a lot of these videos. But the Fusca, for me, was the best beer out of these 3. It did start off sour, but as it warmed up, it did have that herbal flavour to it, with the slight phenolics as well coming through from the yeast, which overall was more interested in drinking these 2. I know it's kind of put a few of you into shock, and some of you are probably disappointed, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you for watching this episode of 3 Beer Thursday with Potala. Please click like, hit the subscribe button. Got videos every week. Take care. Keep your beers cold. Keep them craft.